Okay, good evening everyone. Sorry for the delayed start, but it looks like we are now underway. Tonight will be a Division 2 game between the Redneck Kebaps and the 6-month comeback, which it looks like they're shorthanding it to TSM, which is, I mean, it's very funny, but I'm not going to say that because TSM are frauds. Map pick ban has been done now. Let's show that on the screen. 6-month comeback will be picking the first map of today. They banned Alterac and Garden of Terror. Redneck Kebaps banning away BUE and Tomb of a Spider Queen. First map will be Infernal Shrines. Yesterday, if you haven't seen that one, we had Cho'Gall on Infernal Shrines. It was quite interesting to say the least, but perhaps not quite successful. 6th comeback. I believe that team captain, Cascon, is Cho'Gall enjoyer, if I recall correctly. Might be mistaken on that one though. But in any case, he's not playing today yet, as it looks, so we will see what the team will be doing. Need 2 minutes. Half my team is on toilet. That's alright. So, these teams. Redneck Kebaps starting off their season before here with a loss, unfortunately. And 6-month comeback coming in with the 2-0 win over Armwrestlers, actually. It's not a bad opponent, if I recall correctly, so they might be the favourite team on paper in this matchup. Also going on tonight, there's a lot of games going on. Lion Lad's doing one game in a moment, there's another one later today. There's a whole load of games on the, what you call it, the Nexus Rumble. I believe Transparent is casting those ones. But we're in the Div2. We're in a good place. We have a bit of fun. We have some nice gameplay to look forward to. Should be good. What's going on here? Anything? I'm not seeing anything too exciting in the previous games. Enemy team was having a bit of fun. Yeah, everything fairly standard by these teams in their first games. We're not going to see any weird one-tricks or crazy off-meta stuff, probably. But it'll be quite exciting. Looks like the players are finally ready, so we should be able to get underway. Straight away we have a Maiev ban. That did not take them very long. Maiev criminally underplayed here if you ask me, but I suppose people, maybe they don't feel like they want to learn how to play Maiev. Maybe they feel it warps their team in terms of putting responsibility to clear waves and camps on players who maybe don't normally do it. A bit of speculation by me, but in any case, will be banned away. Hogger going to be banned, just that they are really prepared. Other Kebaps. Not wasting any time on their bans here. Wonder if they're gonna snap lock a first pick as well. Yep. You see a lot of teams, they know what they want to ban, but then they use the time anyway. I suppose their reasoning is that they want to be thinking about the rest of their draft, but they're giving the enemy team time to think about the next pick as well as the full draft ahead of them, so if you know what you want to do, and if you ask me, just go quickly. Put pressure on them to make decisions in a rush. Maybe don't draft the best hero that they might be able to play for the team composition at the moment, because you're snap blocking, you have a plan, you're prepared, and maybe they're thinking, hang on, what do these guys know that we don't? And we're going to be the last ban, and it will be Hanzo as our first pick. Offlane is still quite open, high priority I'm guessing is going to be on Dahaka Leorc. Diablo also very, very nice to see. Will be taken, and Rhaegar is the #1 support. It's quite common to see Brightwing paired alongside the Diablo. People like the percentage healing of phase shift with Diablo's massive health bar. 6-month comeback, not interested in doing that. Well, I said we weren't going to get interesting heroes, but that's quite an early white main pick for the side of the Kebaps. Garrosh, you see, is on paper a nice answer into the Diablo. A tank that can't really be bullied away, but has good control over Diablo. Looking for some follow-up damage and CC from the rest of the team. Could be looking at things like Tychus, the Haka as previously mentioned, could be good for after Garrosh Q connects. See what they want to go for. Greymane, another potential damage follow-up, will be banned away by the 6-month comeback. Fisto, omnipresent, it seems, in these Inferno Shrine games, going to be banned away. Can understand it, as my god, the hero can do some crazy things that most other DPS heroes wish they could try and have the ability to single-handedly carry the game. Tychus will be taken by 6-month comeback. Tychus, I mean, it's a brilliant hero for both of these teams here. Garrosh, often quite nice because amplifies healing from his support, and Whitemane's a good one for us with burst healing. But you can negate the durability he gets from the armor by just picking lots of percentage-based damage to the true damage. So Tychus and Leorc coming out from 6-month comeback. Kael'thas and Dahaka. Kael'thas well, that's a probe, so let's throw everything else out the window. Anyway, so Kael'thas, S-down to follow up on the Garrosh, has not the most ability to get through his health bar though. And Dahaka can be quite nice. Now this Probius pick I think is really insane actually from the side of a 6-month comeback. Hanzo and Kael'thas not really the ideal heroes for dealing with the towers. Dahaka can be a little annoying around about just how fast he is. Want him to be too affected by the warp rifts if he ends up going for agility, but that's only later in the game. Garrosh will not enjoy trying to walk through warp rifts, I would expect. I'm just looking at Kael'thas and Hanzo and thinking, unless something happens to this Probius and gets caught out or thrown by Garrosh somehow or hit by a dragon arrow. Can Kael'thas connect? Now, Pyroblast is something you can take into Probius if he doesn't go for spell armor. Probius, of course, not with the greatest health pool. Let's see if that one comes out. That's game number 1, and both of these teams are, well, they're not complete meta slaves, let's put it that way. We've got a few fun things coming out here. On the left-hand side is the Redneck Kebaps. Vigi will be playing Garrosh. Bjorn will be playing Dahaka. I'm just going to call you Commander because that's your name in Discord, buddy. I can't read Krillic. Anyway, Commander will be playing Whitemane. Wellcorn will be the Hanzo and Gusion Kael'thas. On the right-hand side, 6-month comeback. Besmix playing Tychus, Arki playing Rhaegar, Himari playing Leorc, Fancy Fedora will be Diablo, and B-Guy as Probius. Level 1, we are going into Warproof Crest. This is the standard these days, is my understanding, for Probius. And I like with some Tychus, we don't see too many people going for range at level 1, but especially against Garrosh can be really nice. Now, it is Tychus for stepping up, and Probius actually gets thrown in right away. Vigi finding that one. It's going to be first blood straight away to the Kebaps, and this is what I'm talking about. If Probius gets thrown, he will just die. And so it's really on the whole of 6-month comeback to play around it. Now, Fedora going to walk into it, will be thrown over. There's no Kael'thas here for the stun, so it might be okay. Turning now onto Vigi, but we've gone through Tychus straight already. There's no more damage. Overkill will not do much. Fancy Fedora lives for now. What more things I like? I like seeing AA Hanzo help deal with Diablo, pressure him off once the quest is complete. We will see armor, most likely, at level 7 to really get through the health bar. Also reduce how obnoxious the soul shield is. Because of course the more armor you have, the better the armor reduction is for the other team. And throw now onto Tychus. Gussie is there on the flank, hits the stun, and it will be another kill going the way of the Kebaps. I was talking before about the Haka dealing with the Warpus. It is going to be tissue regeneration though. Helps them in the dueling power of the side lane to keep up with the Leorc, but we might see later this is going to make it difficult for Kebaps to play into Probius. Wellcorn sitting middle, not with the rest of the team. Throw onto the Haka, does not have E4. It's going to take a lot of damage. Throw in onto Leorc. Very, very low. Scarlet Arrow does not connect to Storm Arrow will though. And that's one kill going the way of the red team. Now trying for Hanzo, but will jump away to safety. Oh, we have more interesting things coming out here. Alright, let's go for them. We have... Leorc is not opting into PvE level 4 that you can sometimes see on Infernal Shrines to have a lot of presence on the objective. Very, very common these days is the Lurker Strain, level 4, E cooldown, stealth, knockback as well. Knockback in particular can be quite nice against Diablo for preventing any sort of overpower out of it. Not going to see that one. We also see first for battle from Garrosh. Seemingly not afraid about Diablo stunning him up or any of that shenanigans. Going to go for... I mean, if you're going to pick this level 4 talent, then presumably you're taking W 13-16. Could be quite nice from Garrosh. We'll see what comes of it. Anyway, both teams are on the point here, and there's not much setup yet from the Probius. There's no pylons in sight, and there's the cannon now. Quite even at the moment on the objective, but Bjorn is dealing with the Shaman. We see now Himari on the flank. They're hitting the Garrosh, but it's not the most damage just yet. Stun onto Kael'thas, but it's a throw onto... That's not going to do much. Throw there onto the Rhaegar. Garrosh going to be the target by the red team, taking a lot of damage, but will not go down. Whiteman keeping alive for the time being, but will be Whiteman that falls down. Healing Token is not enough to save Diablo. Leorc now running for the hills, will not be spending the Living Bomb. Hanzo going to get that kill. That's 2 for 1 to the side of the Kebaps. Bjorn looking for more, but Probius a little bit... There you go. Probius taking a very ambitious pathing, but will be alright. Still quite close. We might see a contest onto the shrine by Probius, trying to snipe a few more, but no, it will be finished off by the Kebaps, and Probius will pay for such ideas with his life. First Punisher going to the side of the Kebaps. Anti-Fedora gonna pull over. Very nicely done. Blue team breaking through the border wall to get Garrosh into the mix, but see what they're going to be doing. Now spreading it forward a bit. Looks like they want to do something. They found Tychus, going to throw him in, but there's no groundbreaker to follow up. And so a bit of damage halfway through the fort. And for the first Punisher, you can't really complain. We are still waiting for Arky to pick. There we go, level 7 towns. We'll be able to ground the totem. My guess is that he was considering taking Purge at 7 for the cooldown reduction against all the stuns that the Kebaps do have. Not going to go for the attack speed, so will be taken, and the very obnoxious range increase on that totem. Able to place it down so much more reliably to disrupt Gaush walking in without being in any danger yourself. Level 10s for the blue team, and as expected with the W build, it is going to be Decimate from Gaush, so they do give up a bit of their one-shot potential against the Probius, but this tells me that blue team is quite unconcerned about just simply walking into them through Probius, through Tychus, and through the W build Diablo. Just hoping to run at them and walk quite over them. Decimate can be quite obnoxious. On the other side, everything looks about as you would expect. Yeah. Everything fine. The null gate is the standard. We'll be looking to see some good usage of null gates for slowing Gaush and for controlling the entrances to the objective. Bruiser camps up for both teams, but the Hawk is going to move in, does not find the drag. It's going to be alright though. Moving now on to the Shaman camps up both of the teams. We'll see if they both take them right away, or if they're going to hold the capture for when the fighting over the objectives begun. We'll see now. 30-second countdown has begun. Let's see, blue team. They are going to be holding it. I do like this decision by them. Let the red team's on push in, deal with it underneath your fort, or perhaps just underneath your one tower here, if they can hold on to it. Late cap, you might want to do it soon, guys. Kelfast also middle, not in time for it, so we start. This is what more like it, what you want to see from the red team. You have the setup here from Phobius. Pylon's already down. Will be a bit more difficult for him to walk in. We'll see if Vigi will be able to do so anyway, though. Kelfast not yet here. The Haka gonna bow in straight on top of Rhaegar, does find the lick onto the Diablo though. Cleanse comes out from Rhaegar. Dragon Strike gonna cut off the team from regrouping underneath the fort, but nothing much is happening. Another foe now onto the Diablo, and that guy is completely body blocked actually. Will just go down. Souls will be expended. Now we see Himari playing up with the Diablo respawn. They certainly have time to contest the objective, but without the souls and Diablo, it might be difficult for them to walk up. But isn't it too? Onto multiple members. Damage reduction coming out from the Orc. Whitemane with the Scar Egg is trying to keep everyone alive. Vigi is not dying in the front line. Himari will not be dragged. Gaush trying to run now a little bit. The members on the blue team getting quite low. Sexmo come back now with the Odin, setting up on the objective. Looks like they want to finish this one, and they do have the lead on the objective. Himari finds the drain onto Gaush, once again going good. So obnoxious is this York with the damage reduction. And here comes the next Dragon Strike, but it's not enough to push him off, and Sexmo comeback will get the second Punisher of the game. Stun onto Vigi, but perhaps gone too far as Diablo will be taken out once again. Pushing down on the fort now is Resmix. Vigi playing up, not quite in decimate range yet. Inquisition onto Rhaegar, but the tanks are going up towards the Tychus instead. Punisher left completely uncontested on the push. It's going to get the fort now. Tychus is going to get killed though. Map advantage to the side of 6-man comeback. They're already middle clearing out these waves. No one is dealing with his Punisher, so we'll do some damage to the wall. So yeah, starting up the camp now as B-Guy. This might be a bit ambitious. Shows as well with the Q. Going to need to get out of this one. VG taking the long path, is in position but has no teammates around. Bottom wave needs to be collected as well. Still advantage now to the side of the Kebaps. They're about to hit level 16 though, so this is the last fight on the town here for a bit, but it's a 4v5, so they're okay with it. Stun now onto Hanzo, is left alone with the tanks, taking a lot of damage, will be killed off by Diablo. Vega already fallen though. Camp will be taken by the Kebaps. Now they're looking for Diablo. Gets through the soul shield, it's not enough to save him, will go down. Leorg now running away with the Ray Fork. First Camp trying to kill him, but it's not enough. 2 kills for 1 Envy, and Odin is used. This is a really big cooldown to try and hold on to this fort. They really want to because next objective is in the mid lane, but they're gonna be... So they should have the back in time for the objective, but it's a little bit close. If the Kebaps try and play it quite early, they could struggle though, but can't use the Odin to get the early control on the point now. But they do hold on to this mid fort, which means they will have the tap available if they need to dip out of the fight. Not seeing a play towards the red team boozer camp. Bjorn deciding if he wants to start this one up from... Not going to at the moment. In the meantime though, there's a fight down here. Vigi taking a bit of damage but living for now with this W build. Able to heal himself back up. Diablo completely alone now in the backline, using the soul shield to buy some time. Leorg has arrived and Dahaka barring in as well. Gets thrown in by Gaush. Going to now look for a drag. Will not be able to find anything though. Now it is Dahaka going down. Nice play by Diablo. Entomb will find a white man trying to get through with all the healing possible. Quite difficult to kill this white main, but they might manage to do so. Nulgate slowing Kael'thas so much he can't move at all. White main is also going to fall. Diablo now looking for more. Finds a stun into the wall onto Hanzo, but he will be able to jump over. 2 kills for none going to the way of the 6-man comeback. Making their way now. Oh my goodness, there's so many slows to this red team between Rhaegar now having also the Earth Grasp 90% slow, Nulgate another 80% slow. These heroes in the backline, Kael'thas and Whitemane, without any sort of mobility, they are just sitting ducks for the side of a 6-man comeback to shoot down. Now, first onto the point is the red team. Taking the booster camp, waiting for respawns are the Kebaps. Still a bit away from Whitemane. Odin back available and already halfway through the objective. They might just need to concede this one. And they will do just that. Gathering as much XP as possible. They're not going to reach level 20 for defense by any stretch, but they should be able to by the time it ends at least. See what happens. But for now, there is the fort to get through. They'll want to get through it nice and quickly and start making the damage onto the keep. Certainly get through that keep wall. Dragon Strike will buy a lot of space though actually, so we're going to get a good amount of damage onto this Punisher. Red team, they need to be stepping up and hitting this thing. Nulgate, you can see how strong it is. Kael'thas completely free for this Entomb. Gets a stun down, does Diablo onto the Entomb wall. Odin is here as well. Whitemane trying to be taken down, but has so much healing. Loads of mana left on this Whitemane. They're quite away from killing her. Gaush in the middle of everything. Manages to throw Diablo over. He does not have an escape by the looks of things. It will be the first one to go down. That's the souls once again. And it's a nice hold by the Kebaps. They lose only the keep fort. It could have been a lot worse. Get Diablo souls as well. Gonna need to try and get those back before the next fight. B-Guy has been found. Wellcorn, do you have enough damage? No, I'm not gonna make a jump and try and finish that one off. Level 20 is just around the corner. Looks like it should be a free fort on the back end of it. not much sign of a counterplay though, unless Himari wants to do some pushing onto this keep wall. One mistake you see some teams make is they send a lot of people to do a defense instead of making a cross-map play, so it is good for Himari at least finishing off this top wall. We're seeing Galish actually recalling as well. And yeah, there's quite a few recalls coming out here, so they do get to level 20. They don't lose that much, all things considered, in that window. But it might get more difficult for them now because they have the Scala Aegis Unstoppable. This is a really, really important hero upgrade. You saw in the last fight on the middle there, the Null Gate perfectly setting everything up for the red team. With proper usage of Unstoppable, they might not be able to find it anymore. However, White Mane, we have seen Quantum Entomb just able to heal through everything. Silence Entomb now available to the side of Himari. Catching White Mane a lot more important now. Vigi gonna need to maybe play around this and try and stay in such a place that can throw the White Mane out to safety. Moving now on to... Actually, that's a stun onto Gaush. This is AA Tychus can do a lot of damage here, but they're gonna have to split up from the Dragon Strike. Diablo trying to lightning thing, but taking a lot of damage. Ancestral Hidden comes out, but he's thrown back in under the fort, and it will be a death. They get the fort, but at what cost? Now throwing in the Haka, but Earthgrass Totem, preventing any further play. Another Dragon Strike just for style. No gate. So yeah, things are looking rough for Diablo at the moment. Next objective is going to be starting soon. Still dead, only 34 souls, to not find much in the downtime since the last objective ended. Fort's taken out by the Kebaps. There's Mix. Doing a little tour of the scenery, I suppose. Going to start up the Bruiser camp now. Big guy has been spotted, overstepping. Vigi here to cut off the side. Does not find anything of a Null Gate, but I don't think there's any getting out of this one. And it will be a pretty big stagger death by Probius. So this objective almost certainly going to go over. Do we see anything by the red team? They are going for the Bruiser camp. I don't think they can threaten an end though, so really, as the Kebaps, I don't think he needs to get distracted here, but they are coming in for the defensive play anyway. Darker taking loads of damage, and here's the Dragon Strike. Will hurt so much damage onto Leoric. Now looking for Veigar as well. Leoric will be falling. Veigar already down. And it is actually going to be 2 kills, and it's a good hold by them on their Bruiser camp. Tychus, now nice route there by White Mane. Trying to turn it around now. Scar Aegis comes out with the massive heal at level 20. Garrosh with the slow, some decimates going on to Tychus. Finds the Q. Just going to be a solo kill actually to finish this one off. White Mane going to be completely fine. Look how much mana she has still. Fancy Fedora. Fancy no more. Going to fall. Punisher secured by Gussie on the bottom lane. And with just Probius alive, this could very well be the end of the game. Infinite Null Gate from Probius at level 20, so we do see the preemptive cast start the cooldown over and do a little bit of damage and zoning, I suppose. Dragon Strike. B-Guy, gonna be fine. It's level 20 Hunt, so you can cast that thing willy-nilly. Keep going to go down. We are still 15 seconds away from Tychus respawn. Another Null Gate. You can see how so Bjorn is walking through it without any mobility. But it does not really matter by the looks of things, because they are already onto the core with a Punisher. Kappa here as well. Here comes Odin, but still going to be waiting for that to finish as the core goes down. 20%. No chance of a hold here. Game number 1 going to go to the Redneck Kebaps. Some interesting picks by both teams, but definitely... I mean, it was looking a little shaky on the second objective when that was pushed again. And third objective, pushing in middle, they did find the Diablo kill over the wall. That was really the turning point of the game though. Quite even back and forth, I suppose you could say, up until that point. And the one who did not have fun was Fancy Fedora of the Diablo. Point out the draft type Garrosh can do a lot to negate the spec, and 7 deaths on the Diablo. W build soul shields are normally extremely obnoxious, so tanky, so much healing, so much damage reduction. But just getting bullied over and over. Wellcorn with AA Hanzo certainly able to deal with him when thrown into the team. And Vigi with this full W build, quite tanky and difficult for Tychus and Probius to kill on the other side. We'll throw it over to a quick break, and when we come back, game number 2 between these teams. Okay, welcome back everyone. Game number 2 between the Redneck Kebaps and the 6-month comeback will be starting soon. We do have our map for game number 2 as well. It'll be Towers of Doom. 6-month comeback after losing the first map will go for the... We'll go for the first pick. Redneck Kebaps will be picking Towers as the second map. Potential change-ups. It's hard to really tell from number 1. We saw some nice things coming out. The white main did a lot of work by Commander. I believe I have the right player there. Yes. Being told it's Darkov is the way to pronounce that. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, Darkov, very nice white main game number 1. Abertha will be the ban of choice from 6-month comeback to start things off. Gauss Jabbo looking very good for the Kebaps. We'll see if there's maybe a change up in tank choice by Fancy Fedora. Vikings also go banned away, but banning a lot of these Tower Doom rat picks. We might see some bans onto the roaming, ganking sort of things that mess with your offlane. Tracer, Genji, Zeratul, this sort of hero. But it will be Hogger for now as the next ban. So many offlane bans coming through here. Everything really is up for the teams to decide what they want. Rhaegar will be banned. Big heroes, Hanzo, really high priority. Junkrat is available. Hanzo will be taken. Tanks, everything's open, go crazy. Some of the less popular ones you can do on Towers of Doom. You could, I don't know if they play it, but you can pick Mei. I mean, I don't think you should ever pick Morganis, but one of the better maps, I suppose. Dahaka, very good. Vala into Hanzo is quite a choice. In my experience, this is unplayable as Vala, but if you have a pocket healer white main, then maybe it's alright. Just so much damage from the Hanzo, every attack. Difficult to attack, nice range, can prevent you from stacking up your hatred on anyone. Can Hanzo. And with Stormbow as well, you have a good amount of burst trades. Difficult for VQ Vala even to trade back into it, really. Johanna and Anduin will be picked up by 6-month comeback. Immediate Genji ban from the Kebaps, not wanting to deal with any sort of Genji light bomb delivery system, though there's many more of where that came from. Ufa will be banned away, scared of double support for the Vala. I do like this by 6-month comeback. As I mentioned before, Vala does, with just a regular healer, is going to struggle to play against Hanzo. Junkrat, and there's the white main I mentioned before. If you get a lot of love and attention from white main, there is a good amount of healing, but outside of the full-on engage fighting, it's quite slow healing, unless white main wants to spend mana on repeated desperate pleas. Junkrat picked enemy team already with Unstoppable in the form of Johanna to pull through traps, but Junkrat does a lot more than just place rooting traps. White main... Chromie picked up by 6-month comeback. Lyok, Dahaka once again will be the offlane trade, and Muradin as the tanky choice. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking as far as team comps go, other than white main, this is about as standard as it gets. Nothing particularly exciting here, for I suppose the order of Vala and Hanzo is of some note. My guess is that this is going to be a Q build Vala. AA seems really difficult to play here. And I mean, they might go for W. Hanzo, play AA build, please. It's really good here. If you feel like you can dodge the Storm Bolt, that is. Off lane, we saw... Let's see how many plays we can get from the Dahaka this game. Some of them, they're quite ambitious plays maybe, you could say. And if the Drag's connected, they could have been big, but not able to connect on all of them. In any case, game number 2. Blue team, Redneck Kebaps, 1-0 up. Bjorn on Dahaka, Vigi playing Muradin, Darkov playing White Mane, Gussie playing Junkrat, Wellcorn playing Valor. Right hand sides, 6-month comeback. Hemari playing Leoric, Arky playing Anduin, B-Guy playing Chromie, Fancy Fedora playing Johanna, and Rizmex playing Hanzo. It is Cubo Valor. As said before, do like this decision. It is scatter arrows from the Hanzo. Stepping up now are the teams. Junkrat should be able to get the wave penalty. Fancy Fedora does not feel confident stepping up in the 4v5. That's a pull used by the Anduin. We already see some traps set up here to disrupt the move down, but that's of course a time trap in favour of the red team. Vigi interrupting the play here. Junkrat left to clear bottom. I really like this from the blue team, but they need to be careful not to die because of it. Look at the Junkrat subs though. The mine. 2 people gone. Fancy Fedora has to use Iron Skin on the trap there. And I believe there was a good amount of XP loss there on wave number 1. So already off to a good start are the side of the Kebaps. Now both teams starting off their Sapper camp. Junkrat still needs to collect the bottom wave though. 6-month comeback getting that one while Vigi went to clear the mid wave, I believe. Bow in now from Dahaka, but he's really low health. Has to use the essence immediately. Good damage onto Val as well. Dragon out onto the Johanna, going to try and contest the point. Cash Mine still available if they need it. Vigi going to pull back for now. Dahaka, Bjorn taking good amount of damage. Junkrat does not concussion mine himself out. Walks off it in the end there. Fancy Fedora taking a bit of damage, but everyone living for now. Bjorn looking for a drag, not quite finding it. Waveless middle. Wave loss top, I believe. Hemari getting 2 waves of XP in exchange for the Dahaka dig. All in all, probably works out to roughly even. Corn. Eating some of that Dragon's Breath from Big Eye. Does go for W at level 1, so this is going to be something to look out for. Level 5, are we going to see Mobius Loop? That's what I want to know at the moment. Still waiting for level 4 talents from both healers. It is going to be the same one, Martyrdom, and the standard Pierce from Anduin. It would be interesting to know what the decision making was. But they end up going for the standard talents anyway. Vigi now looking for a play, but there is a wave that needs to be grabbed, so Junkrat not really there with them. Camp now picked up by Redneck Kebaps. Leoric, first one in the middle. Wellcorn is going to show on the mid wave now to get, actually going to go for the cap, it looks like. Bjorn trying to get the interrupt on the red side altar. So what's going to happen in the bottom here is they are playing forward fit at the moment. Vigi stepping up, going to eat some damage from Hanzo. Darkov getting hit by this Johanna. Will be knocked away by Junkrat. In comes Dahaka, and it's a kill just onto Chromie. Gussie finding the frag grenades there, by the looks of things. Play now, Vigi finding Stormbolt onto Arky, walking down, looks like it will be another kill for Kebaps. And once again, it is the blue team off to a nice start here. Hemari gonna be collapsed on by 5, but Leoric can simply Wraith walk out of there. Vigi sitting behind Fancy Fedora, waiting for the Iron Skin, but the team not able to get through it in time for a stun. Of note, Junkrat, Taste for Explosions level 4, not going to be going for a full disruption build. perhaps because Johanna is on the enemy team. Vigi looking for the Stormbolt, finds it onto Anduin. Inquisition there is another slow. Arky will just about survive though. They're still fighting other teams. White taking a bit of damage in the backline, but should be okay. Vigi going to Dwarf Toss out to safety. Gussie also quite low. It is Mobius Loop from Chromie, so this Vala is going to be in for a battle time if going to keep being hit by these Dragon Breaths. And Whiteman as well could suffer a bit from it. Nice quick cap on the Sappers by the red team. Vigi sitting on top of a time trap, so full information here for 6-month comeback that the other team is not on their Sappers yet. Off lane is in top lane, so it would take a long time for Leox to collapse, and we do already see Dig from the Huck, it's on vision, they know it's coming, Arky already making retreat, and there's a time trap underneath them. Really good disengage from the 6-month comeback. Alter will go over, but that's alright, I think. Because it is going to come at the cost of more and more XP. Wave being lost up in the top sides. Leork already grabbing mid as well. Haka helping out with the Sapper camp. I guess they're scared of a collapse by Leork, but this is going to cost some experience in the side lanes. Double roots by Anduin, Veggie and Bjorn getting hit, both quite low now. And it's going to be a 5v5 on top of the Sapper camp. Mobius Blue, White Man going to be okay for now. Everyone's going to have to retreat, though Veggie jumping out. Bjorn needs to make a leave as well, and Vala, but Dragon Breath! Oh, will be a kill there by B-Guy. 1 for 0 to the side of 6-month comeback, which is so good for them. Remember, XP being lost in the sidelines during this time. Himari going very low here against Bjorn, just gonna get killed. Not much really to say about that one. Just hoping, I suppose, that the Fealty onto Death would keep healing him up, but it is not meant to be. Won't matter too much though, in the grand scheme of things, but XP lead has been closed a little bit. Turtles on the bot lane, and Himari now having the top wave to clash. This is the other side of it. Crash the wave, enemy wave reaches first, starts pushing into you. More XP for you. But you do have to show top lane in order to grab it. Iron Skin used by Johanna. They are blocked off though by the concussion mine. Fence for door considering a wraparound to the left. It will be Rollcorn grabbing the bottom altar. Vigil found onto B-Boy. There's the Haymaker, but it's a nice stasis to dodge the drag there from B-Boy. But it's not enough. Dragon Strike going to be bowed under by the Haka. Strafe now onto Phantom Door, getting through the Iron Skin. Will be okay at the time being. Drag onto the Anduin. Beyond finding that one, and it will be 2 kills going over to the Kebaps. Taking a sizable lead now in the objective. 36 health remaining to 20 on 6-month comeback. XP lead still in favour of the red team though, but only by a little bit. Sappers will be stolen away during the respawn timers. Gussie able to take that one nice and quickly. There's Mix on the flank maybe, but decides against it. Well, Korn, good damage there with the double Hungering Arrow. Also picking up the Frost Shot, level 7. Towers of Doom don't really need for PvE damage. Welcome going to have to grab this mid-wave, a bit of damage done to the fort here. Unlikely that it matters, and there's now a duel up on the top lane. Isolation will be negated by the Wraith Walk, but it will be Bjorn grabbing this top camp here. Again, just like middle, most likely doesn't matter, but in the games that matters it could be quite important, that damage being dealt. This Merc's going to be thrown straight into Murden, but the Stormbolt will not connect. Wellcorn strafing the camp. With Johanna of the enemy team, strafe is very useful in the downtime while you're blinded. I'm not going to have that one available. Good news is that 6-map comeback probably didn't see it with that time trap. Vigi now jumping in, finds Hanzo, not able to get behind for the Haymaker. So much damage from the Chromie, Light Bomb there to finish the job, and it will be an easy kill for the red team there. Reptile will be taken out. Here comes the sideliners. They're looking now for the Valor. Caught in with Entomb by Himari there. Razorback's trying to finish off, but there's a bit of healing from Whitemane, and only a bit. It's not enough. Himari finds another Q. They're looking for Gussie. Jumps back with the concussion mine. Will be okay. That's another play going in favor of the red team there. Murden, very ambitious. It looks like me playing Murden, actually. Just Razor focused on finding that Haymaker, not considering its own livelihood in the meantime. Big Guy are going to clear out a top wave. That should be fine, though. Only some melee minions lost, it seems. But a sizable XP lead now is starting to open up. It's almost a full level in favor of our red team. Himari coming up to grab this top wave, leaving the mid wave to Tetris Force, now at half health. Red team can look to take this soon if this keeps going on. Sappers are available. Vigi looks like wants to move in on it. Here comes the bow from Dahaka. Fancy the door already escaped though. They're looking now for B-Guy. Going to leave the stasis though. Jumps on by the tanks who are just going to take out the Chromie. Easy kill for the Kebaps there actually. In the meantime, fort quite low. They looks like this mix wants to damage it a bit. We're not seeing much of a rotation up though. Yeah, okay, they might have overstepped their welcome though. Aki underneath the fort. Here comes Vigi, finds the connection with the Stormbolt. Haymaker underneath the fort, but there's no fort there anymore. Light Bomb will get the bow out of the Dahaka. Gussie looking for some damage, but with Valor not there, they don't have a lot of it. Going to be a disengage from the red team at the moment. They will lose their bomb fort in the meantime. What can the blue team do with this? And the answer does not seem to be a lot. But Wellcord, being bottom lane, is in position for this altar. We're seeing now the aggressive play by the rest of the red team. Bjorn's going to need to leave this one. Gussie jumping in, but has a second concussion mine available at least. Aki starting up the cap, and Vigi has her first interrupt. Whitemane going to get looped by Chromie. Here comes a lot of damage. Not actually going to get the Q though. Vigi going to block that one. Leok will go down in the back, dragged underneath the forts. Pull now onto Chromie to disengage from the red team. Vigi jumping in once again. It is the solo now on the VE, doing a lot of work. B-Guy trying to run for Hanzo gone, Andon already gone. And 3 kills going over to the Kebaps. Perhaps a bit of an overplay, looking for the invade on the altar, but very, very risky play. Murden able to come from behind, gets the interrupt. Leok dragged underneath into the area of death. Fight's going over to the Kebaps. Now looking for a play to retake the bottom fort, but Fancy Fedora, low health and even less mana, going to be haymakered into the corner. Does have Iron Skin available to maybe get out, but once that runs out, could be in a bit of trouble. Vigi does not have another Q available, gets it back now though. Going under into the death zone, now will be a solo kill by the Murden onto Johanna. Not something you see every day. B-Guy also stepping forward, will be hit by the Stormbolt. Valor comes in, there is a stasis to try and buy some time, but buying time for nothing. Another kill over to the blue team here. Sapper's coming in, and they're not done yet. Vigi finds another one with the Stormbolt. It's going to be the pull for Marquis. Red team not wanting to wait for their members to respawn. They feel the need to stay out on the map and have some activity, but it's a field day for this Murden here. Level 7 talent, heavy impact, doing so much work. A light bomb used. Will just be a dwarf toss to safety by Vigi. That's another cooldown going to be used. Middle altar will reconnect, and Hanzo going to drop now. The pull not enough to keep alive. And it's just death after death after death for the red team. They're not able to get 5 members alive at the same time. Bjorn looking for the cap now. Chromie only just respawned. Hanzo's still dead. There's no damage here for the red team. It's all on Leok, but Leok's about to go down, and Tomb onto Valor. Going to be completely fine. Fancy Fedora thrown into the team, and B-Guy has arrived to try and do something. Isolation will connect from Beyond. Going to look now onto Arky. Root by Darkov. Drag now onto Andon, but the rest of the team is not there. Junkrat quite low on health. Valor going for a cap on the friendly altar. Beyond just able to get the kill anyway, though. Going in is Fancy Fedora with the Iron Skin. That's gone now, though, and is rooted up. Easy for Valor to connect. The Hungering Arrows will go down. I think Junkrat threw that Chromium. B-Guy is B-gone. That will be another cap now for Bjorn, which is enough to end the game. 2-0 to the side of the Kebaps. It was looking quite good for a while there for the 6-month comeback, but the Kebaps, when invaded, they were decisive on the defense, able to get many kills, able to get a play on the bottom four as well before it even started up. So much damage going on to the core. Early game objective wins mattering as well, as we're able to finish up the game before the level 25 really happened. Very nicely done by them. Well done to the Kebaps on the win, but glad to see the game for both the teams as